that, never gotta split that. You could bet that, never gotta split that.
Cash, I'll be the rubber man, you be the match.
There are spouses that get married with a single-minded person's mindset. And they expect to live long in marriages when they still run around with single friends, they still run around with the mindset of a single person. When you are about to get married or you are living in marriage, you must always make sure that your mindset is built for the greater good of companionship and not for a single person. One of the reasons why we are having high divorces today is simply because people, when they are married, think like single people and they become selfish, self-involved, and don't even give 100% into that particular marriage, and they think they can build marriages by that. They become divorce statistics in less than 5 years, sometimes even less than 10 years.
Has the meaning of marriage gone downhill? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. But what this guy is speaking about, it sounds about right. It sounds about right. A lot of people enter into marriages still thinking single minded, and not knowing you are gathered together. First, there's God, then there's you. You know, I can't stress this enough. When you join together in matrimony, you are as one. A lot of people, this is the problem even with single people, always thinking that, you know, I want to be independent and, you know, I got something to give too. Now, when you get together, you have to have the mindset of togetherness. We're together, or else you're being selfish. Okay, if you like your independent self, then why try to get into a marriage and or into a relationship just like, well, you know, all you're telling your mate is that you are a person that can stand on their own and that can do what you got to do. And that's not saying the woman or the man that is joined together and togetherness is not thinking the same thing. They could be thinking the same thing. Well, you know, but they know as a couple, as a married couple, or someone in a relationship, you have to come together. Because what is a relationship? Hopefully you're trying to go somewhere with that, and that's marriage. I hope you're kind of trying to go somewhere with that, and that's a union. I hear a lot of people love to say that piece of paper of marriage is nothing. So that means your ID, your driver's license, the paper you fill out to get these things, that means nothing. You know, your birth certificate, your social security card, or your social security card, you know, that major test that you have to take to go to school, like paper, it just doesn't mean nothing. I won't let nobody say that. I won't let nobody say that marriage is nothing. That's not fair. That's not right. Just because you want to still be single minded, coming into a relationship or coming into a marriage, to me, is selfish. This is where we go downhill. You know, you let the man guide you. You know, if he's not guiding you, you see, in your way, you as a woman, you have to be there for him too. You know, but that man must be that leader, and that man must guide you. You know, you're guided by you. Thank God you got God and you got your man. You know, the man has God. You know, he has to be led by God. You know, and if you're not walking in that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because how is it gonna go by that? You have to believe in what that man is, you know, spiritually getting from God. You as a woman, you got to be that backbone. You know what I'm saying? Your kids backbone. Yeah, we got a lot to do too. You know, you got mothers that run the household, and it's cool. Do that. But if you're seeking God first, and like I said in my other video, you go back to my video, do you feel protected by your man or your woman? Go back to that. You have to go and realize that you need to look at things financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And when you're dating and in your marriage, look at those things. Is this man caring for me like that? Um, is this woman care for me like that? Does she have any feelings towards me? Does she know how to take care of her money? Do you know? It's going downhill probably because a lot of people are looking at things wrong. And look, marriage is not easy. So you thinking finding somebody is easy? No. Marriage, it's not easy. Because once you get in that covenant, you have to go by that covenant. And that's covenant. That's why I think a lot of people are scared. They are scared. You can't have fear when it comes to marriage. Every turn around, something's turn around, something goes bad for you, you want to run. A lot of people are runners, and they try to say that they want to get married or it's a piece of paper because they're runners and they're scared. They only see the potential that they'll bring in a marriage instead of actually gathering together with someone that they may like and see how far they can take it and see if they got any of these signs financially, mentally. Will they be there for them mentally, financially, and emotionally, even if you have the money? You know, that's why you'll see some guys or women that they more stepped up than the other, have more money than the other, and they're like, I love him. Example, you can see I see Trina has got married to her man. I mean, it might I don't know if it's the best example, but that is a example because for one, Trina had no, I ain't never known Trina be married and be this happy. If he, he may not have checked that financial box, but once he got in that marriage, she is molding him to be the best man that he can be, because she knows he probably got everything. He probably ain't financially stable, but he got enough in the pocket where he might not be a millionaire, but he's got something in his pocket. He just ain't the richest, but he may check every other box: emotionally, physically, and physically there for her, emotionally there for her, spiritually there for her. We don't know. You can, it don't always have to be about the guy that's rich or the woman that's rich. You know, being financially stable and coming together with one another, togetherness. I would hate to be in a marriage if a person is just like me. I do this, I do that. Just remember, when you come in a covenant, a marriage, in a relationship, in a marriage, you got to understand you do for each other. That's what a lot of people miss. You do for each other. And that man, you got to know that this is what make women, look out for that man even more. That that if you were to be down any day, that he would cover you. He would protect you financially, physically, emotionally. He don't get tired of doing it. The same with the female. Your husband gets down or your boyfriend gets down. You gotta know it's not about selfishness. It has to be done both ways. So go back to my video of, do you feel protected by your man? Look at those. Listen to what I say about that person and how they're supposed to be there for you. Look at that first instead of thinking about, yeah, you think about finances, but with both of y'all having finances, you could bring that together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know we have all the things that we do where, we have money on the side. Talk to your husband, let him know that. Talk to your man, let him know that. Let your girl know, look, I'm going to have this money right here in case, for trips and I want to go somewhere. I want to ease my mind. But make sure with your mate, a lot of people, this is why it's a downfall, because a lot of people are scared. But they're scared of them own self. Because you can't put that off on nobody else. That's what I say. You can't put that off on nobody else. You're scared. As a little girl, I did not dream about marriages like a lot of people. I told my cousin this. I'm sorry. I told my cousin this. I told her I never dreamed about being married. The wedding dress and all that. But here I am, married 20 years, and together 20 years. Together 20 years and married 19 years. Never thought of it until I got, older. I just feel like you let God work. You ask God for what you want, and let God work in you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have to put in the work too. You can't just poof and think that person is going to be there. Or else you're going to be like, because I've seen people like this before, just delusional, and was like, my man is in Las Vegas. I literally had heard someone say that before. My man is in Las Vegas. His name is such, 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 such. I was like, okay. Now, when you get with this man, what if he ain't that man for you? What if he, not even, because people change, But if you continue on progressing in your marriage and communicate, number one key is keeping God in your marriage. You're going to hear in these videos, it is going to be spiritually God. You cannot do nothing without God in your marriage. Like, period, point blank. So I want everybody, every female, every male, to understand that don't be scared. Take those steps. You're going to stop wanting to do all the wrong things before you take that step. You're going to get tired of all those women. You're going to get tired of all those guys. Because you're going to realize it's more that you want. It's more that you want.
Ooh, what does marriage mean to you?
Marriage it means a lot. I mean, it's like I guess I learned recently, it's just so much deeper than what you grow up thinking marriage is.
Right.
Like, you grow up thinking marriage is like, okay, like, it's like these two people and they love each other. But it's like, marriage is like, you got your business partners, your best friends.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a lot more. So what marriage means to me is like, the person, like, I found the person that's the most compatible with me in pretty much all areas of my life. Like, you really are, like...
You think so?
Yeah, I think you really find somebody, like, I think I found somebody that really, like, is my other, like, half. Like, marriage, somebody that brings out the stuff that you don't necessarily bring out of yourself, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or, like, can do the things that you don't do well. So I think marriage is a partnership, a friendship, it's a business. Like, I think it's just...
Okay, like I said, when a lot of people said, like I said, like they say it's a contract. They say it's a business thing. No, when you're in a marriage or a relationship, you are building with one another. I want to build. Yet that person to you is your everything. They're not above God, but they are your everything. So when people, I mean, when it's like when people say it's a business arrangement and stuff, a lot of people speak and say that because it's like a contract. That's what they got in their head, that it's like a contract. No, sweetheart, when you're building things, you know, with each other, I'd rather build. That my husband's my best friend. I could tell him anything. I could talk to him about anything, and vice versa. So when you look into a relationship, you know, this is the downfall in which people think that marriage is just a contract, just a piece of paper. I think people need to wake up and stop believing the hype. Like this, and then wonder why, you know, you can't find at least a boyfriend, or you know, then you have a boyfriend, why won't he marry me? Um don't look so negative at stuff like marriage, and you know, if you ain't have that, you know, because any married person will tell you, you know, times get hard, but you got to be ready for this type of stuff. You got to be ready for it. You can't just sit up there and just like, I want to be married. I want to be married. And then you got some people, it's nothing but a contract. It's nothing but a contract. No. Everybody is saying well, not everybody, but people speak things down, like a downfall on marriage, but them not understanding that that person that you are, you know, giving your life, want to spend your life with, is gonna be your everything. If nobody is not if my mate is not treating me like I'm their everything, then, you know, no, I can't deal with it. If I'm not treating him that way, like that's the only guy. That's the only guy I'm gonna be with, and then she's the only woman I'm gonna be with, and not, you know, no, there's no contract. You know, yeah, you may look at the paperwork like that's it, but if you're obeying the laws of the land, this is what the step they want you to take. You know, but everybody wants to have a wedding, but speak about the contract. Is it more about the money and the looks of the situation? You know, kudos to those that just went to the courthouse and got married instead of always want to, you know, have a big wedding and have a big show. It's nothing wrong with that, because, you know, I would like one too. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm going to get one. But it's going to be a ceremony. But I've been married for a long time. And that hasn't been the focus, the main focus. Because a lot of people, to be honest, that get married and have weddings, I see them not together no more. It's a lot of them. Not all, but it's a lot of them before the ones that went to the courthouse or whatever to get the certificate, that piece of paper that people just like, it's just a piece of paper. Let's be clear. You know, when you're doing things for show and just to be a show off, and that's not the meaning of a wedding. That's not the meaning of a wedding. A marriage is because you have a wedding. That's just like dressing it up, marriage up. You're dressing the marriage up. I mean, I like it, but I'm just giving an example of a lot of people. They keep their money. They want to keep their money, and it's good for a lot of people that have a lot of money. It's good for you to get that prenup before, but make sure you're building and spiritually building with your mate from your heart afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And making sure that both of you are doing something for yourselves, you know, but together, but for yourself, you know, to keep you going, to keep your marriage strong. Do what you have to do to keep your marriage strong. Marriage is not for the weak. Relationships are not for the weak. That goes before marriage. It's not for the weak, and you have different types of relationships. So understand, it's not for the weak. Everybody wants to be there until they get there. And they was like at the beginning of this video, they were thinking like single people. If you're not ready for it, don't play with it because it's in the eye of God spiritually. Okay, so don't play with it. People speak down a lot of down on marriage, but long I sit up there and I look like I hear people like I don't want to be married. That's them. Now don't get me wrong, that is them. You know what I'm saying? But I also seen those same people go back, and that's where they end up being. People change their mind. I do know that, but it's nothing wrong with being married. I would rather be married instead of just being with somebody for years, and then if that person pass away, you get nothing unless they just sign everything over to you. But if they never thought about you like that, they got children or whatever, it goes to their kids first. If they still married and they're in a relationship with you, it's going to go to their wife. I would hate to see somebody, go through that situation. You know what I'm saying? So when you're going into a relationship or a marriage, man, know that it's going to be some work. Everything is not going to be easy. Everything is not going to be easy, but, you can't tell everybody. You can't ever tell everybody that, they're going to, why do I have to be married to this, that? Like, I feel as though you should. You should do that. Don't you think you're worthy? Well, I'm worthy without being married. Okay. Let's see how far that gets you. But go ahead and go through all what you got to go through before you get married. Because I don't know why people think it's so easy when you're married. Oh, she got a husband. What does that have to do with it? Me and my husband are as one. As one. Just like one person, we're as one. You know what I'm saying? What comes with him comes with me. What comes with me comes with him. Like they look down on marriages because they sit up there and feel like, oh, they don't go through nothing. No, we go through the same things, just like a single person go through things. We go through things too, as one. Only thing is, you may have your family, but we have each other, because you got people like me and my husband, we're married. Family is really not there for us like that. So don't look at marriage like, oh, they got each other. Thank God we do got each other, because we really don't have the family. And some, just like some marriage couples have family and some don't, the same way with single people, they may have and they may don't. It's all the same. It's all the same. But if you're not looking at it in God's eyes, then you're not going to see it the way that I'm saying it. You looking for, at a married couple, or a married couple looking at a married couple in the wrong way. Because I do think we go through the same things. It's just we, as a married couple, have to look at each other. You're never alone because you have God, regardless of what. If you're alone in that marriage, you still have God. If you're alone in that relationship, guess what? You still have God. That is where your answer is coming from. Not man. Not people here on this earth. It's coming from God. So I want you to be mindful today, because one thing about it, uplift marriages, because it's too many people down in it, It is good for you. It is. You know, if you don't, you know, cause sometimes people, they worry about their money and stuff like that. I get it. You work hard for your money, but that's what you talk to your mate about. But don't ever make your mate feel down for either not having as much as you, or go ahead and build with your mate. Show him that cause he may have everything, but you gotta teach someone how to treat you. That's how I'm gonna leave it. You gotta teach someone how to treat you. If you want to be treated like a WHORE, that's how you're gonna get treated, sweetheart. And same with the guys. We are hip to many guys' games. If you want to be treated like that, then that's how you're gonna get treated. Come off how you want to get treated. Then you will see the actions of others. Okay? So that's all I had to say about this. And I thank you guys for watching. Please come back, watch, comment, like, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I'm out.
Painter, baby, you can be the muse. I'm the reporter, baby, you can be the news. You're the cigarette, and I'm the smoker.